For those who don't know me, welcome to Beacon Place. For those returning, welcome back. My name is Katie Lawler and I'm the volunteer coordinator at Beacon Place. In the summer of 2016, I signed on to be the reading coordinator for the Summer Lunch Bunch program. For 2 summers in a row, I came back for 2017, and then in 2018, January, I signed on to be a full-time employee as the volunteer coordinator.
Hi, my name is Andrea Ramirez and I am the Academic Enrichment Manager here at Beacon Place. So I started in the summer of 2016 as an assistant for the Academic Enrichment Manager, but came back in 2016 and was asked to work further as full-time for the Academic Enrichment Program. So Beacon Place is a non-for-profit organization that is located here in Waukegan, and we provide a lot of services for our students and our families. So some of the programs that we provide here for our families and our students, one of them is the Summer Lunch Program, the Academic Enrichment Program, Moms Program, Teens and Tweens, and Garden.
Now we're going to go over your daily routine when you come to volunteer for the Academic Enrichment Program. So the first thing you're going to do when you come to volunteer at Beacon Place is you're going to arrive through the back door. You're just going to knock, and someone like Andrea or I or whoever is running the program that day will answer the door and check you in. When you come to check in, please make sure that you mark yourself off on the attendance and you also make a name tag so the students know who you are. The next step you guys are going to do is you're going to head to your program center to look over the lesson plan and what you're going to be doing for the day. A staff member will tell you where to go and where you're going to be teaching your class. So you're going to look it over to make sure if you have any questions, you know what you're doing for the day. And then if you do have questions, you can ask any staff member that will be there. So either Lena, me, Andrea, or Rosa.
So this is an example of a lesson plan, and these lesson plans will be all prepared for our volunteers, and they will be given to them or put in their center. And this is just written out step by step, and you can follow and elaborate when you need to. Depending on your grade, you will also have a PowerPoint that will coordinate to this lesson plan. This is just an example, briefly, of what we will be doing. And after the lesson plan is completed, you will also have a response sheet that you must fill out at the end of the day.
After you review your lesson plan and ask any questions that you may have, you can then head back downstairs, and this is where the students are going to be waiting before programming begins. So you're going to get here a little early. So what they're doing is they're working on homework, they're coloring, they're playing with Legos, they're doing math games, and you'll just hang out with them before programming starts, and then you'll walk them up to your program center. So the next step is, once you are all in your classroom centers, you're going to introduce yourselves and get to know the kids a little bit before you start, and then you'll start your lesson plan after that. So after you finish programming, you're going to do a cleanup time with your students. So this means you're going to pick up all trash off the floor, you'll turn the projector off that you use for your PowerPoint, you'll push in chairs. In each program center, we're going to put Clorox wipes, so you guys will just wash down the tables and the chairs, just make it look like how it did when you got there. So now we're going to go over the rules of Beacon Place, and it may look like there's not a lot. We do have a document that you should have received also that has more detail about these rules, so if you have any questions at all, you can email me, Andrea, Lena, Rosa, or Ann. We'll answer any questions that you may have. So the first rule is, again, come through the back door. It is a lot less chaotic when everyone's coming through the back door, and it also allows me to check everyone in and know that all volunteers are here. The next rule is to just be aware of your surroundings. Waukegan is a very safe area, but making sure you're parking on McAllister in front of Beacon Place is important, just because we don't want you to get ticketed. There's plenty of parking that is located on South McAllister. So the next rule that we have is no inappropriate touching. Examples of that include no piggyback rides and no picking up the kids. This is a liability thing. We're not, picking the kids up, giving piggyback rides. We don't want the kids to get hurt. We don't want you to get hurt. So then we say no hugging, and this is a very loose term because obviously you guys are going to form bonds with these students. If you're coming regularly, you're going to know the students. They're going to be excited to see you. So if they're running up to you and giving you a hug, absolutely give them a hug back. They need that. That would be special for them. But, there's boundaries, and if you're confused about boundaries, if you don't want to overstep, you can always ask a staff member on what to do. Then, high fives obviously are encouraged. If they're doing well in class, you want to encourage them, give them a high five. The next rule is no cell phones, and we say that because students get really distracted. So if you have your cell phone out, you're taking pictures, you're texting, it'll be distracting. They're coming here to learn. We already tell our students not to use their cell phones, so just please try not to use them. And this goes along with the no cell phone rule, no taking pictures. This is a liability reason. Again, a lot of our students have not signed photo release forms. You guys may not want to sign photo release forms. So please, no taking any photos at all unless a staff member has approved. If you're using it for pictures for a class, for a project you're doing, just ask a staff member and we have to approve it before you can take any pictures. The last rule that we have is it is appropriate to tell students to behave. So if you see a kid that's goofing off, not paying attention, being rude to a fellow student or, something like that, you have every right to intervene, to tell a student when to behave. We absolutely encourage that. If you don't feel comfortable telling a student to behave, or if they're doing something that you can't control, leaving class without telling someone, you can grab a staff member and we'll take care of it. Hello, welcome to Beacon Place. Come on in. This is the back door where you guys are gonna come in, and as you can see, you're gonna go right to the kitchen. This is where volunteer check-in is. Students come to check in, and then they eat their snack before programming in this room.
So this is one of the centers that we use. Normally the students, after they are done snacking, they come in here, they do homework, they play games, and they wait for them to be called to go to programming.
Going up to the second floor, we also have other programming centers. This one is for mainly our largest group, so it just depends on the day. It could be second, third, fourth, fifth. It just depends because some days we have more than others in each grade.
So this is our library, and students can come in here, choose a book that they want, read, do their homework, be on the computers.
Then this room is kind of a multi-purpose room. During the summer, we turn it into our intern room. We'll have computers, tables, stuff like that. You might use this room for tutoring, one-on-one, or it just depends on the day. It could be a program center. Now we're up on the third floor. This room is another classroom. As you can see, we're not set up yet, but it has tables, benches. We do a projector in here, kind of like the other room.
This is another learning center that we have, and usually this room and that room as well are used for younger students.
And this yellow building right over here is called our annex. We have 2 classrooms upstairs, and you're going to use that door to the far right to go upstairs to the 2 classrooms. This is the front of Beacon Place. I said previously, parking is available on McAllister in front of the Beacon Place house. So this is the street McAllister. You can park on either side. If you do park here, remember that you do have to go to the back of the Beacon Place house.